Bring in Bob Bianchi. He's the host, Law and Crime Network, also former head prosecutor, Morris County, New Jersey. All right, what do you think? Sanctioned closet hit or a hothead who's mad at a reputed mob boss?
Well, we got to obviously wait for the investigation to unfold, but if I were to give you my tea leaf read of this, Mike, I find this to be probably an organized sanctioned hit. And I say that on a number of reasons. There's been some frictions within the family, if you will, the Gambino family, with Callie's rise. There's been tensions between them, so there's motivation there. And the other thing was just the look of the kid in the courtroom, the smirk, just the whole like disregard for the process. He's not known to necessarily be a person that is mentally ill, but it would be very difficult for me to believe that this was just a random act of violence. Could it be? Yeah. But as a prosecutor, as a law enforcement officer, I'm going to dot I's and cross T's, certainly when you're dealing with organized crime, to make sure that this was not made to look like something that was random when, in fact, it was an organized hit.
No, and you pointed it out, and I was stunned, too, to see his demeanor in court. He's smirking. He's mugging the camera. He's laughing at one point, and then he's got the scribbles on his hand. What do you make of it? It's like he's not even taking this seriously.
Yeah, I mean, the scribbles on his hand would be something that would be inconsistent to me, to be somebody that was, you know, he just could be a person that could be motivated, easily manipulated. You don't know whether somebody, he owed money, a gambling debt. These are all things I'd look into, whether or not he owed money for drugs, to see whether or not somebody prevailed upon him that to relieve you of your responsibility for these things and all of your other crazy behavior, and you're kind of a crazy guy. These are the kind of guys that they would solicit to do something like this to make it look like it was something random. But, you know, the bottom line is going to be that he is an important source of data for law enforcement, and I'm sure that they're going to be looking into all sorts of areas to see whether or not it was connected. But that stuff, the MAGA stuff that he had on his hand written in there, obviously peculiar stuff. And, you know, one of the questions I had was, had this guy have access to a pen, given the fact that a mob guy was hit? He's in a facility where you shouldn't be able to have something like that, and he had it scribbled all over his hand. It was just a little sidebar there to me that was odd.
Interesting. You know, and he's not fighting back extradition, go back to New York. So you got to think there might be a few from the Gambino crime family in lockup. How much danger is this guy in?
Significant danger. It's just a matter of time. It's a question of whether or not they want to get to him sooner, they want to get to him later, they want to torture them before they get to him. I actually work with a prison consultant that actually served time. He talks about cases like this all the time, and the fact of the matter is, you got a two-front war you're fighting there, because with all due respect to law enforcement, which I greatly support, you know, you have guards, too, that may possibly be influenced or motivated to do certain things like turn the other way. And when you're in that environment, you can even be locked down in segregation, Mike. It is just a matter of time, if they want to get to you, that they get to you through your food, they get to you by infecting with people that have AIDS and things of that nature. When they want him with the mob and the organized related structure that's in jail, they're going to get him.
Wow. All right. Bob, always appreciate you having me on board. Appreciate it.